Do you want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, say hello. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Come on up. Come on. Jump. Jump. Hey, come here. Come here. I know I'm unmuted. She's yelling, so I wanted to give you her yelling. Come back here. There you go. Yeah. There you go. There, get snuggled. Oh man. Not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. I know you prefer mommy on your favorite bed or your favorite couch. But this chair isn't so bad, right? Yeah. And you get settled in before I do the boss fight? You get settled in before I do the boss fight so that you don't mess me up? Yeah, you don't mess me up. You're the cutest little distraction. I don't want to die to the pirate again. Oh, you're being too crazy this morning. There you go. How's that? I think she's sensing my energy. And it's making her crazy. How am I doing today? I'm stressed out. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. One sec. I need to hear back from my realtor. There we go. I'm waiting to hear back from my realtor, which is stressful. How's the job? My job's fine, actually. Did you have lunch / coffee / crack? Yeah, I had mac and cheese for lunch, and I've had my 2 cups of coffee. So now I'm drinking seltzer. As is demanded by my body / doctor / medical professional so that I can have some sense of hydration. Yo, crack? Yeah, I didn't have a stream scheduled for today, but I was, I do this thing when I'm really stressed out. And honestly, like, I mean, I get stressed about certain things, but then, like, other things that should stress me out don't really stress me out. But when it's something like this, like, house hunt, and, like, where I'm playing the waiting game a lot of the time, I get into this bad habit where I'm not good at waiting. I mean, I'm good at waiting. I'm really patient in that I'm, like, I'm good at, like, sitting and waiting for, like, other people. Or I'm good at, like, being patient in, like, a game or when I'm reading a book or stuff like that. But when I'm literally waiting on, like, the results of something, I get kind of crazy. And I kind of, oh, did I accidentally bump your booty? Did I accidentally bump your booty when I was adjusting my hands on the controller? I'm so sorry. What a terrible mommy I am. Ooh, don't try it. He tried it. Oh, was that it? Was me moving my hands slightly? Was that enough? She's gone. Now she's yelling. Does water not do it for you? I mean, water's fine. I just like seltzer because I don't like the really strong seltzers. Like there's a lot of like alcoholic seltzers that I'm not like super fond of, either because the carbonation is like really strong or the flavor's really weird. But I like some of the like gentle seltzers that have like nice kind of gentle carbonation and like a gentle taste. I like, and it's not like I can drink normal water perfectly fine. I think I just like having the extra like stimulus of the carbonation or something. Why is it so dark? Did these lights go out before? Why is that glowing? Not for me. Ooh. I didn't scan everything in here, did I? I mean, I did. I did, but then I think I went and I fought the boss. Yosh. I don't think it saved everything. But yeah, I'm not good at like waiting for like things that are like important, like medical results or like house stuff or approvals on things. That's all stuff that like makes me kind of crazy, and I get into a mode where I can't like relax or enjoy myself, even if I'm doing something that I really like reading a book I really like, or watching a movie, or playing a game that like I usually am really, really into. Like my brain just races too fast, and I have a hard time. Like I literally can't enjoy anything, which is bizarre. And so I just get kind of nuts. And so I've been kind of nuts since yesterday. I tried, and I wind up jumping from activity to activity like really, really fast because I'm almost like desperately looking for something that'll like take my mind off of like the anxious stuff that I'm waiting on. So I'm like, well, something in here is gonna do the trick. And so I wind up jumping from thing to thing where I'm like, I'll play Banjo-Kazooie. Well, that isn't working. I'll try Mario Odyssey. Well, that isn't working. I'll try Xenoblade 3. Well, that isn't working. Well, I'll try Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, that isn't working. Well, I'll try Slay the Spire. Well, that isn't working. And it just goes on forever. And you play Slay the Spire. I do casually. I'm not very good. I'm trying to learn like new builds to help me get better. I kind of wind up playing it when I'm like doing other stuff. Like if like my friends call me and want to catch up or something, I play it in the background as like almost like an idling thing. It's really fun. I was trying to do like a claw build for what's his face, the defect earlier, but I just wind up always being more comfortable with like the ice tank build, the frost orbs or whatever they are, making you tanky. I always wind up being more comfortable with that. So yeah, it's kind of a brain off game for me. So I tried playing it because I was like, maybe that'll help, and it just I just got in my thoughts even more, so I was like, ugh. Yeah, I think we read all of this last time. High levels of phazon exposure are causing rapid cell degeneration. All test subjects, no subject live longer than 2 decacycles. In our simulations, their lifespans must be increased to be cost effective. Me too. I go super energy build as defect so I can use all my cards and keep drawing for infinite damage. I started like trying to do that. I just don't think I don't think my brain is big enough for it yet. Yeah, I'll be cool streaming. I think streaming will help because it's doing more than one thing at a time. Like I have to talk and like pay attention to stuff, but also be good at the game. So I'm hoping that'll help take my mind off of it. It's just stressful, because I'm trying to think of like the best way to put it. Omega Pirate absorption system test results are in. Field tests indicate that the system is very effective against beam weaponry. We are alarmed at the field's inability to handle missile attacks, however. Did I see this last time? The Omega Pirate cannot afford such weakness in battle, because I knew that it was weak to missiles. I just didn't know. Yeah, we read this. New wars will usher in a new era of space pirate dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage. Yeah. Now that I've scanned all of these, let me go back and save it. Ugh. I always keep forgetting I have this bad boy too. This bad Larry. Yeah, I think the relics thing is another thing. I focus too much on my like card build, but I think I'm not like putting enough stock into like what relics I need and how they should impact my build. Like I said, my brain is not like big enough yet, so I'm trying to big my brain. Have you built a deck for the event going on? No, I was actually looking at the loner decks and trying to see if I wanted to try any of them. I was just kind of messing around earlier. Mostly playing solo. I have solo completely cleared on all of the my deck ones, but I haven't beat a lot of the loners. The loner decks. And so I'm kind of wondering... And it's not like... I haven't really tried. But every time I try, I think I get a little, because I'm still a relatively baby player. By Yu-Gi-Oh standards, I get a little overwhelmed and I mix some of the mechanics together. So I should maybe do like the loner deck ones. On stream, because then I could... Am I going the right way? Yeah, I think I am. Security gate. Oh, right, because I had to melt this boy. Whoa! So yeah, I feel like I need to like do the loner decks on stream so that people can like remind me and like point out how I'm misusing some of the mechanics compared to how the game taught me. Because sometimes it teaches it really well, and sometimes it's like, now use this card, now use this card. And I'm not like really sure how the cards are handshaking. I just know that they can, but I'm not getting like the bigger picture. And so I feel like I should do the loner deck solo fights on stream so that people can help educate me in a better way than the game, which occasionally feels like it's just saying, like, just fucking Google it or something. Sky, this motherfucker ain't joking. First joined for Raid a while ago. I think you were playing some sort of painting game, telling a story about how you broke into a kitchen to bake stuff multiple times. How have you been? I'm good. Hold on, I want to try... Ah! It begins. Okay, so... I don't think I can do any damage to him when the... Ooh, I got one leggy. When his... that thingy is going. Oh, who did what? Ugh. Oh, it's me stepping in the shit again. I'm always stepping in the shit! Ah! Can I powerbomb this guy with the morph ball. What is happening? Wait, what's hurting me? Oh, is it just him smacking me when I get too close? See, I did the super missile thing. I'm not gonna win this one. I think I did the super missile thing last time, and I just like shredded through my missiles so fast that it didn't feel like good. Now he's... I didn't scan him. Oh shit! Hold on, can I see him now? That's right. Oh, there he is. When the pirates come, instead of killing them with beam, power bombing them is faster. Okay, gotcha. I power bomb him? Oh, that got both of his legs. This isn't the run. Oh, frick. God damn it. Him? Nope. Okay. I think I'm just getting too close to him, but it feels like when I'm further away, he just keeps his like whatchamacallit? He just keeps his like his beam hand up super long. So it feels like... Whoa! He keeps his beam hand up super long, so it feels like I can't do anything. But the power bomb took off both of his legs, it looked like? And maybe one of the upper arms? What? Ready to go. Whoa! I need to keep my distance without standing in the phase on stuff. 'Cause that's my other thing, is I keep stepping in the shit. Keep stepping in the goo. Oh shit. Oh god, he does so much damage when I'm up close. Oh yeah, look, it got 3 of them again. Where are you going? Where are you going? That get him? Oh, nice. Where is he? There he is. Okay. Oh, he's doing it again. No! Alright. I need to be ready for him to do it twice, I guess. Whoa, shit. Did I get all of them? Why is the power bomb so OP? Whoa. 3. Oh, I don't have any left! Shit! Oh, I don't want to miss the opportunity though. Let's do it again. Woo! Hold on, I gotta deal with these guys. Wait, did he just damage his own friends? He did. And me. Oh my god. Hold on. Damn it. Drop the nonsense. I'll go heal. Go heal, asshole! Yeah! Where are you going? Where are you going? Wah, 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 wah. Here is cackling. There he is. Got his ass! Oh, he melted. Wait, did he just melt on... Ooh! That's such a cool suit! Phazon suit. Your suit has been infused with pure Phazon. This corruption prevents damage from Phazon radiation. So now I can go in the blue stuff. Oh, nice. Oh, thank God. That means I can go get that artifact that was back in the blue stuff, right? Anything else to scan? Wait, did I not scan him that time? It's okay. That's what happens when I have to fight him a million times. Daijoubu. Daijoubu. I think I already missed some scannables earlier, so... Not like I was en route to a hundo%. What is this? It does look like veins, though. It's both hot and cold. Huh. Boop, boop. Is that not a... whatchamacallit? A friend bot? Where does this go? Oh! Energy tank! And this is to open this thing that I saw before. Okay, I gotcha. This is where I fell down before and I was like, I fell! Actually go down on the floor here? Oh, I can. Okay, okay. Well, I feel like I have a lot more to, like, explore now that I have this suit. But wait, where was the artifact? The artifact that I saw before. And I was like, ah, look! I think it was this, right? The mining tunnel? I figure out whether it'd be easier to just head back from here and grab it. I think I will. Oh, I see. I'm just on the second floor of the arena. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, I just get weird and anxious about waiting on stuff. Oh dear! But I mean, things are going pretty well. Like, my moose parents went and they looked... They looked at a house that I wanted to... that I'm interested in, yesterday. And, like, respectfully, they're not the most, like, in touch with the market people. Because they have lived in the same house for, like, over 30 years. And, they're also just not very, I'm trying to think of, like, the nice word for it. Like, they're not, like, really, like, snooty about anything, whereas I feel like there are a lot of people who have, like, a lot of opinions. They're like, oh, like, you know, I want a kitchen island. That's really important to me. Like, they're kind of a little bit more, like... They basically think that, like, they're like, everything should be, like, functional with no wasted space. And I agree with that part. I like functional with, like, without wasted space. But they're not, like, really in touch with, like, the market per se. So, kind of the thing that I keep running into with them whenever I send them a house, and I'm like, check this out. They're always kind of like, why is it so small for this price? And I'm like, because we live in the year 2023. And I'm not even looking at, like, really expensive places either. Because I'm pretty, like, practical as well, so I'm not, like, looking at expensive places or anything. But I think they're more just, like, not really, like, in tune with what buying a house in the year 2023 looks like. And so I kind of keep getting the, Why is it small? Why is it ugly? Why, like, why does everything look so old? Wait. He's new. Son of a bitch. Fission Metroid. Metroid with the ability to split into two forms. The Fission Metroid is a mutant capable of splitting in two. This split endows the new creature with invulnerability to most weaponry. This effect is unstable, resulting in weakness to a type of weapon fire. Vulnerability appears to be random due to the chaotic nature of phase-on mutation. Oh, so I just have to, like, figure out. I'm gonna just keep walking. Ah! Oh, God. Oh, I see. It's the color. Son of a bitch! What if I just leave? Son of a... Fuck. You alone! I just want to get my artifact. Ah! Bye. They want a hug? No! The best weapon in the game, ignoring. Oh. Ow! Fuck. There's 3? You lied! But yeah, so like most of the time when I send them like houses, woo, here we go. Most of the time when I send them houses, yeah, I kind of get the, why is it so small? Why is it so ugly? Why does the kitchen look like shit? Like that sort of stuff. Like they're very like not with it. Why is the ceiling so high in this room? That's a waste of space. And it's a nightmare to heat. Artifact of Newborn, the last of 12. Let's figure out where. Still haven't gone to this place. If I go back here, where does this bring me to? I see. I'm actually gonna go back the way I came and just try and blitz past those guys. But so I'm kind of used to like, I'm kind of used to the, what's a good way to put it? I'm kind of used to like the naysaying. A different boy, right? Oh no, he's just a regular boy. Yeah, I'm pretty used to the naysaying, so whenever I send a house, it kind of turns into like a, yeah, why does this suck so much? And I kind of have to explain myself, explain my rationale. And so we've kind of been on a thing where the back and forth is I say, I like this. They say it sucks. I say, okay, well, I like it anyway. Are you willing to go look at it for me? And they say, yeah, I suppose. What the... Is it just Mama Moose? Yeah, I think she's the pickier of the two. So in all fairness, there was a house that they didn't like. That they still agreed to go look at for me yesterday. And I was like, I'm sure it's not that bad. Apparently it was that bad. Apparently they got there and like everything was like rotting. They said that the owners like haven't been in it in like 3 years and that there's just like some random like white truck in the garage with like expired registration and nobody seems to know who it belongs to. Like there was a million red flags. So in their defense, yeah, that one they got right. But the other house that I asked them to check out for me. The other house that I had them look at. Split, bitch. They were like very against when I sent it to them. They were like, oh, I don't know, it's kind of whatever, it looks weird. It's too expensive for what it is, that type of stuff. But I just insisted, and I was like, please go take a look at it. I'm really interested. And so I'd just appreciate if you could just, you know, give me the in-person impressions. So they did. They went. And then that's when I got the "we will call you after Svengoolie" text. The classic. The classic "we'll talk after Svengoolie" text. And so I was kind of bracing myself. Yeah, I forgot to scan the pirate like a dummy. Cause I died a couple times, and then I forgot that I didn't scan on the time where I actually won. So, curses, but so it goes. So yeah, I was braced for them to be like, it's a piece of crap and it's too expensive. But they actually, like, they called me after Svengoolie was over. Like, after what? Svengoolie. So it's a, I think it might be on, like, a public access network. I'm not sure. I think it's on, I forgot what the channel is called. It's one of those, like, channels that shows, like, Happy Days and stuff. But it's a show where they show a lot of, like, classic horror movies. And they've showed, like, old Godzilla movies and stuff like that, too. And it's their favorite show, so they were like, so I was like, can we talk about this house I had you check out? And they were like, we don't interrupt Svengoolie, and I was like, understood. But when they called me, oh my god, when they called me after Svengoolie, I was prepared. I was prepared to take my licks. But they called me and they were like, that house is amazing. They were like, it like, Papa Moose was like, I would make an offer on that tomorrow if I were you. And they had like nothing but good things to say about it. Generally, there are a few kind of caveats that they gave me where they were like, oh, like the driveway is weird, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't bother me. That is not one of my well-known issues. Fucking asshole. I should take care of the turrets. So you got a shovel. Well, that was kind of the issue, is that it's kind of a weird placement of the house, because it's kind of like, I mean, it's in like a small town without a ton of people, but basically because the driveway is it kind of like actually winds up going through my neighbor's property, which doesn't bother me because I'm gonna be working from home about half of the time, and I'm not like planning on hosting a bunch of ragers where I need a lot of parking or anything like that. But my parents were more like, oh, well, if like the neighbors technically own it, like who pays for the plow guy, or who's responsible? Son of a fucking bitch. Or who's responsible for shoveling? And I was like, well, if I have to get out of my driveway, I will pay for the plow guy or I will shovel. Like, I'm not gonna, just because it's technically on my neighbor's property line, I'm not gonna like make them do the service for me, you know? Like, it's if it's something that I'm making use of, like, I'll handle it. I'm not unreasonable. So that was really their only problem with it. They were like, the driveway's weird, but they were like, the rest of the house is amazing. They were like, we love it. Papa Moose was like, if it were me, I would put in an offer tomorrow. He was... Did I ever figure out what opened this guy? This? I don't have any fucking power bombs. Ooh. Yeah, if they like, that's the thing, is if they prefer to handle it, then like, cool. Then I get, you know, free driveway maintenance, and I'll happily chip in on that. And if they don't want to handle it, then that's cool too, because it's my problem. You know? I'm kind of a if it's my problem, it's my problem. Like, I'm not gonna like put it off on somebody else just because of legal technicalities or something like ownership. So yes, that didn't bother me. It's on the property line. It could be a right-of-way. Your dad bids the house on you? I would freak out. But yeah, so like they were like, and this is like the most praise I've ever heard for a house from either of them. Especially both of them at once, which freaked me out. Because I was with our history of, I want to go through here to the left. They didn't let you deal with it because it's their property, but wouldn't do it themselves. I don't see that being an issue because, like I said, like the driveway kind of stretches back. Oh fuck. Behind their place. So while it's technically their property, it's like nothing that they would actually be using, and it's still like paved. It's like a paved driveway. It's very bizarre. But yeah, this is like the first time they've ever both liked a house. And like one of them isn't like, it's garbage. Like this is a rare a rare house W. And so I, of course, was like, well, okay. So I reached out to my realtor and I basically said, guide me. Like, I don't know how to make the big choices here. Like, I basically said, like, I am not down with something like waiving inspection, but like, what things can I put into this offer to win? And so she got back to me and basically said, I'm gonna pull a bunch of info for you on like stuff that the owners are looking for and all this other stuff, and we'll. She's actually with my parents right now because they're looking at another house that I had on my list. So ironically, she hasn't gotten back to me because she's with my parents looking at another house for me. So, but it's still, I think just because it's the combination of when I look at it, when I look at the pictures, I can actually kind of see like where I would put certain things, which like I don't always get when I look at houses. Sometimes I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I could probably turn this into such and such or do this with such and such, but this is the first time where I can kind of really clearly see like, oh, I want this here, and I want to put my, I want to put like my game set up here. You could be in a FaceTime tour right now. I couldn't. Number one, there's really no reception in most of the places that I'm looking at living. And number two, none of us have data. Or we have limited data. And Mama Moose tends to use it during her hospital visits because she's still going for like post cancer like immunity treatment stuff. So we save the data for her. That's terrible. It's not terrible. The Wi-Fi is good, and that's all I care about. I don't need. I am always connected to Wi-Fi, basically. But I think that, yeah, this is the first time that I've really, like, been able to clearly, like, envision, son of a bitch, clearly envision the house, like, how I would want it. And so I'm like, oh no, I really want it. And this is the first time that Moose parents have also been really like, this house is dope. Which makes me like, oh god, I really want it. So really I'm just getting like super nervous. Because I'm like, oh no, it's... We all like it. We all like it. I can see myself in it. What if work tries to call you? Yeah, exactly. Think about what you said here. Oh, that was the wrong side of the room. Where am I? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Opposite side of the room. Do you have enough open land? Consider allowing your cell company to put up a tower on your property? Oh, I don't want that, though. I don't want it. But, Yeah, I think the combination of, oh no, I can see myself there, and oh no, Moose parents like it, and oh no, it's all gotten me very, like, anxious. Because the house that they're looking at today is really nice, too, like, it's really nice and I could see myself chilling in it, but it's not yesterday's house. Like, so I think I'm just like really, no, oh god. Oh my god, there's so many. So I think I'm just really nervous. I think I'm really nervous because I really want it. And apparently there was another couple, and it was a couple from like out of town. There was like a couple, while Moose parents were like touring the house, they said that there was this couple walking through the house like with their own realtor while Moose parents were there. And they had like they had out of state plates. And it's from like the place, where basically like where everybody comes from if they're like tech workers who can work full-time remote. They come to our state to like bid up houses and overbid on houses. Because houses are way cheaper in our state than in their state. So, and so, yeah, Mama and Papa Moose told me, they were like, while we were there, this couple came in and we're looking around the house. Then when we went outside, we saw their car, and they're from out of state, and it's one of the states that has a lot of remote workers coming in and overbidding. So they were like, not to freak you out, but that's like on the table. And I was like, oh god. So I think I'm really nervous because of that. Because I want this place. I want this place. I don't want to, spend too much. I don't want to spend like an unreasonable amount on it. I want to spend a responsible amount on it. But historically, we've had a lot of people from this other state spend really irresponsible amounts of money on houses that are not worth that much, just because they can. So I'm really nervous about that aspect. Here? Here. I'm nervous about that. What is this? Markster, thank you for the bits! Flamethrower acquired. Using the plasma beam, press and hold. So it's a flamethrower. Ooh. Ooh. So that has me really nervous. The fact that I really want it has me really nervous. Just a lot of things have me really nervous. I'm like very scared of the out-of-state bidders. I really want this. It's 10 minutes from my friend who I did the wedding ceremony for. It's like 10 minutes from her house. She's like, I showed it to her and she's like, please get this. And I was like, I want it. Trust me. I'm gonna try. So yeah, it's like basically in like most it's really close to where I work too, because I don't work in like my workplace is in a pretty quiet area. Like, we don't have our own, like, parking lot kind of thing. So, oh my god, please. So it's like pretty close to my work. It's really close to my friend. It's really nice. What if we all donate money so you can outbid them? I mean, I don't know if that'll work, but yeah, I mean, I feel like usually when I want something, like want an apartment or whatever, I'm kind of like, it would be cool if I got this, but if I don't, like, I'll find something else. This is the first time I think I've felt really like I really want this, and if I don't get it, I'll be crushed. And I think the other thing that's kind of making me a little nuts is since I turned 18, I've moved 10 times. Like I've not really stayed anywhere for, like, I've had a few places that I stayed for over a year. The place I was in before this, I actually stayed for a pretty long time, comparatively. Anywhere I haven't? Oh, let me go back to the landing site, actually, because I wonder if there's any... There's a few places that I remember getting, like, the whoop 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 noise. But I can't think of them off the top of my head. This one go? Shows a ruin south. Are there any maps where I actually still have, like, blue rooms? I think so. I think I've shockingly been most places. Have I done the fire, the plasma beam in the temple place? I don't know if I have. I know I've done ice. Oh, wait, there's a red door. Have I gone through that? Well, we are about to find out. I don't want to go back down through the water, though, so I'm actually going to take the elevator up. Whoa, shit! I have not done plasma in the temple. Okay, good to know. Yeah, because I've moved around so much, like basically since I left the moose nest, and I've always, other than my last place, I've only ever really lived somewhere for like a year at a time, maybe. I have not, like, I don't think the right way to say it. I haven't really like made. I've never felt like super permanent anywhere. Which is both good and bad. Like, because usually the way that I view it is like I try and like make anywhere that I'm living feel like home, but there's also kind of a sense where, you know, if it's not great, or I have neighbors like Damien or something, like it's not permanent. It's not super permanent, so it's nothing that like I have to get used to. And so this is like the first time that I'm really like committing to stay somewhere for a really long time, which is like kind of nerve-wracking. And so there's that. Checking them out. So there's that, but then there's also like it's exciting because on the other hand, like I don't like change, so it's not like I've enjoyed moving around a lot. Like it kind of makes me crazy actually. Because even if I'm not like super thrilled with somewhere, like I'm like, well, like it's still, you know, it's still better than not knowing. It's still like, you know, the known versus the unknown. Kind of. I think I want to go. Let me actually go down here just because I want to see where that puts me. So it's kind of a double-edged sword because I'm like, oh god, this is the first time I have to worry about, you know, sticking somewhere and being super sure that I super love it. But on the other hand, it's exciting because I'm like, oh, I don't have to, you know, I hopefully don't have to worry about moving again in the foreseeable future, which has always been a nightmare. But on the other hand, I hate moving. So even though the potential to like finally not have to move anymore is there, the fact that I have to, you know, do another move, I think is getting in my head a little bit too, because I do not like moving. I don't like change at all. Even if it's good change, like even if it's like oh, even if it's like, oh, you're moving to like a better place or whatever, I'm like, yeah, like that's all fine and good. But, you know, that's the nook where I ate my breakfast. That's where I sat when I read books. I know that there are a lot of people who don't like change. That's not at all like a unique thing, but I feel like I'm like especially adverse to it somehow. I cannot believe the game is already telling me to go to hell. Turn artifacts to gain access to Impact Crater. Artifact Temple. Return Chozo artifacts. Wait, where's... Have I not... Oh, it's the landing site. Have I not been through here? Guess not. Huh. Okay. Well, we have another place to go. We have 2 places to go. Yeah, I don't like any kind of change. Ugh. So I get really like anxious and nervous and sad. And I get sad about really stupid things too. Like, I remember when I was moving out of my place that I was in right before this, I got like weirdly sad about like, oh, like Syrup loves sitting in like on this windowsill. Like, you know where else has windowsills? Fucking everywhere. It's not like me moving meant she would never have a windowsill to sit at again. I just get like weirdly sentimental, I guess, about really bizarre things. And so I feel like I'm gonna be doing the same thing here. I'm gonna be like, oh, but I love the view that I have in the morning out of my bedroom. Like, I'm not gonna have that at my new place. Even if the new place is nice, it's not gonna have the same view. Should have taken it with you. Just rip the windowsill off. I do not know why I'm like this. And it sucks because I've moved more than like anyone of my friends that I know, just because of basically because of job stuff. Like, I've had friends who've only moved like twice in the time that I've moved like 10 times. Get up there. And most of my friends are actually pretty good with change. They're pretty like adaptable people. I don't know how somehow I became the one who moves all the time. That is not in my DNA at all. Oh! Impact crater. What is this? Field team reports are in on an aged structure of alien design, built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. No, don't destroy them, I need them. Yeah, I just don't like change. I just like things to stay the same even if they suck. Just makes me crazy. It makes me a crazy moose. Like right now. Like me waking up and being like, I want to play Metroid Prime, but what if I start crying on stream because I don't want anything to change? Oops. And I don't know, get really sentimental. Like, I'm like, oh, I wish I'd spent more time reading on this couch instead of my other couch. I wish I'd spent more time reading in the office. In the office with my VTuber stuff instead of in the living room area. I could have gotten a whole new reading experience. Like, what? Like, that's an insane thing to think, but that's like where my brain goes. And I haven't been here for that long either. I've only been here for about coming up on a year now. And so I've been getting really like weird and sad about the places that I go locally for like coffee or snacks or stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I didn't even get to know you that well and I'm already abandoning you, and it's not you, it's me. I'm like, I'm the problem. You know, nobody did anything wrong. Throughout our living nightmare, as we battle with this unyielding darkness, we chose see a light. Its light glows with promise, chasing the shadows cast by the great poison and purifying that which has grown toxic. It is strange, though. At times it looks to our eyes as if the light coalesces into the figure of a woman. Me! Burning brightly, the luminescence descends from space, then retreats back into the infinite blackness from whence it came. When this prophecy comes to pass, when the light recedes, the Chozo's long vigilance of containment will finally come to an end. Huh. You'll have to apologize to the barista lady who will finally memorize your order in your last day. And like, I have friends out here because I have a lot of family who live in this area, and I have friends, and so it's sad because I feel like I haven't been here for that long. And so when I'm like, yeah, I'm house hunting back home, they're like, oh, you're leaving, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Everything feels bad, and I'm excited though. Like, I'm excited to move back to where I'm from and where I prefer the weather and where I'm like more comfortable, like the layout of everything. So like, it should be happy and exciting, but I'm just sad because I don't like change. So I don't know, there's a lot going on. It's tough because it's like I'm simultaneously like excited at the possibility of getting, like, I hope I get the house that my parents saw yesterday that I'm putting a bid in on today, but if I don't, then, you know, I have the backup in the house that they're looking at today, assuming it's not a crash fire like the second one they looked at yesterday. But, so like, that's exciting, and I should be excited, and I am excited at the possibility. But I'm also scared because, like, it's a big commitment buying a house, and, like, I hope I'm up to the task of, you know, taking care of it and not being a shitty homeowner. And then I'm also sad because I hate change. And I'm also nervous because what if I don't get it and then I have to figure out something else? And then I'm also... There's just... I have a lot of, like, really conflicting, insane emotions right now. Which means that every time I try and do something fun, playing a game on my own or watching a movie or something, I just wind up just thinking really hard about house stuff, and then I'm like, maybe I should try something else because that'll distract me, and then I go through like 15 games in the span of 2 hours, and then I'm like, what am I doing? The containment of the great poison. This task has fallen to the Chozo, and we will not flee from our duty, even as we suffer with the land and its creatures. We will pour our will into the 12, the artifacts which form the lock that holds this great evil at bay. In the depths of the planet, this lock must stand up to all who might come to assault it. To preserve the power of the seal, and to protect it from those who would meddle for their own designs, we will spread the artifacts across the land, hiding them from prying eyes. The lock must never open until the day comes when this disaster can finally be put right. Huh. You're working yourself up over what ifs. That's my specialty, though. They have insurance for most of that stuff. Oh god, I have to sign up for insurance. Oh god! You're good enough to be a homeowner. Real question, what do you think would make you a shitty homeowner? Like, not maintaining stuff. Not maintaining things. Is what I always... I hear not like maintaining like the floors and the plumbing and stuff like that. How good are you at maintaining stuff? I'm not like super good. I can generally tell when something's wrong, but I generally don't know like how to fix it, but I want to learn, and I feel like there's no way to learn unless I have something to learn on, you know? Like I have no reason to learn how to like fix a leaky faucet until I have a leaky faucet. I mean, I'll use a lot of rooms in my house because I'll have my bedroom and my bathroom, my kitchen, but the place that I really like has this kind of like separate like family room area that it's not like detached, but it's like through like a little hall, so that I can, if I have like friends over, if I have friends staying over and we're having like a rowdy game night, we won't like wake up other people if other people are staying in like the guest rooms, which is kind of nice. But I have an office. Hopefully if I get this house. There's a really good spot for an office. It's kind of like a little like bonus room thing. And then there's a guest room so that I can have friends stay over. Because I do have friends who like visiting me a lot. And like up until now, I've always had to kind of cram them into my existing office. They usually sleep on like a couch in my office, which sometimes works out and sometimes I kind of feel like an asshole. Especially I can't really have more than one person stay with me at a time because I really only have the space to cram them into my office. Hmm? The only way you're not gonna learn is you will not fucking ask people to help. Well, that's the thing is I feel like I will with a house because like I want it to go well and I don't want anything bad to happen. But yeah, so I'll have a place to basically like set up my office and streaming stuff, and then I'll have a place to basically have a nice little like guest bedroom. Because I've never had a second bed before. I've only ever had my bed and then like my couches that I throw people on. But it would be kind of nice to have a place where people could actually like sleep. Especially because I always have family members that say that they want to visit me, and then they like show up, and usually they're like, "Yeah, do you have like an extra bed?" And I'm like, "Well, I have a couch that you can stay on," and they're like, "I'll get a hotel." um, so like they've always been really cool about that, but you know, I'd like to be able to host. And I have a lot of friends from like out of town who I would love to be able to host without making them feel like I'm like shoving them in the corner. That you were sleeping on the couch out of laziness. You can't ask guests, you can't ask guests, that's fine. Well, I mean, I haven't been able to like do it comfortably, but that's the thing is like now I actually could, which is exciting. That's like one thing I'm actually excited about is, oh, I can have people visit me and it's not gonna be like a pain in both of our asses anymore. That's one thing that I'm like unreservedly excited about. Everything else I'm like excited with like 12 asterisks. This is the Artifact of Truth, the first of 12. Scan the totems here for clues on the locations of the remaining artifacts. Oh. Together, the artifacts will open a path to the center of the impact crater. So I'm only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, do they light up if I've already gotten them? Oh, I'm trying to... There's ones that are glowing a little brighter. Sun chamber high atop our ruined home became the nest of a great beast and a source of corruption. Many Chozo spirits have been drawn to this tainted place, released their bond to the world to claim the artifact of wild. So I'm assuming this is one of the ones I already have already. It's really bright. Artifact of strength has been returned. You restored power to this Chozo totem. Okay. Got it. Yeah, because I mean, I have like an aunt and uncle who I really like, and they like to travel a lot, and they've always brought up visiting me, but I've like never been able to host them because I'm like, I cannot put 2 people onto my one couch. So I'm excited, but that's the part I'm excited about, is having the space to let people stay over. Because like that's the thing, is like I live in an area where unless it's people coming from out of state to basically either get vacation homes or get their like, we're remote workers now and we're getting like a big city salary while working full-time remote, so we're gonna spend a ridiculous amount on this house that is not worth that much. Like outside of those, like housing prices are still pretty reasonable compared to the rest of the country. I think they're just expensive to my parents because my parents are used to the local prices and they're used to the prices that houses were when they bought their house 30 years ago. But for the most part, like things are pretty like doable, and so like renting, like to put in perspective, renting at least on like a month-to-month basis, like I know there's like the down payment and stuff like that, but on a month-to-month basis, renting a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment is the same as owning like a 4-bedroom house where I'm from. And of course, like you have to do stuff like pay for maintenance or whatever. But like I think it's also because they do have a lot of people coming in from out of state to basically do this like, I want to live in nature while working remote type of thing. And those people tend to rent instead of buy, so the rental prices are really, really high. No, that's including taxes and stuff like that. Like I'm including taxes when I say it's around the same cost. Like that's including taxes, that's including home insurance, that's including all of that. It's about the same price as renting, because renting is so expensive where I'm from, because like the rental inventory is lower than the housing inventory, which also means that a lot of time you end up competing with developers because they're trying to make more rental inventory that they can rent for exorbitantly high prices to people from working out of state jobs. But yeah, like the monthly cost of like mortgage payments, taxes, like insurance, all of that stuff winds up being that if you can afford a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment, you can also afford a 3 to 4 bedroom house. And so since I'm not planning on moving again anytime soon, I basically just decided it was time. But like, it's exciting because that's the one thing that is like, yeah, I'm gonna be paying the same amount as if I was renting a much smaller place, but now I can actually like have friends over and host my out-of-state guests and do stuff like that. So that's the one thing I'm excited about, and I won't have to like stretch. I won't have to like stretch my budget because there's just such a there's such a difference in renting and buying prices. But I can't remember what I was gonna say. Please don't shame me about buying a house. Like I don't really get what's going on, but like I'm not gonna not buy a house. I don't know why I'm trying to explain myself. No, it was the comments about the taxes and the you're only gonna use a couple rooms in your house and stuff like that. Like I just no, like I know what I'm gonna use my house for. I just, you know, it's my decision, so. And like I've rented like my whole life too, and I'm just kind of tired of it. Especially because I've always just had like, my neighbors at my old place weren't that bad, but I had a lot of maintenance issues. And even though I didn't have to pay for the maintenance issues to be fixed, they just like never came and fixed them half the time, and so I just kind of had to live with all my shit falling apart. Which like, there were a few times where I was like, if you would allow me to like get my own repair guy to fix the hole in my ceiling, like I would happily pay for that so that I don't have a hole in my ceiling that has like drywall crumbling out of it onto the floor when I own a cat and like I don't want her to be walking around in drywall. Like I would rather pay. And they were like, oh no, you can't do that. You have to use our guy. And I was like, well then can you get your guy in here? And then they never would. So tall cave stands at Phendrana's edge. Seek the unseen entrance at its top to find the artifact of spirit. Tall cave. Phendrana's edge. So like I'm honestly having more control over my maintenance is like, it's daunting, but because I know that I'll have to keep up with it, but I'm also excited to actually have that control because I actually really liked my maintenance guy here, but he was super overworked, and so I basically made a list of things when I moved in after my fireplace broke because of the murder owl living in it, and I was like, and he came and fixed it, and then he was like, yeah, if you have anything else, and I basically showed him a bunch of like crazy things that whoever was the maintenance guy before him did. Like I have a bunch of really weird stuff. I have like a lot of painted over outlets and stuff like that, and I was like, what should I do? And he was like, oh yeah, I'll fix these, but he was way overworked, and so he just never fixed any of them. So like I'm kind of excited, and like I'm not allowed to like make those changes myself without getting in trouble. And potentially losing my security deposit. And so like I'm excited to actually have control over that stuff instead of having to rely on the magical apartment man to come fix things and then never do so. But honestly, after my experience with Damien too, I'm excited to not like have somebody living on the floor above me anymore. Because that's been a fucking nightmare. I don't know, I can't remember the last time that I woke up naturally and not to like horrible banging and screaming. Translating Chozo ruins. Within the ruins of our home, we honor our fallen elders in a great hall. A chamber beneath the statue holds the artifact of the world. I want to read that one again. Is that the Hall of the Elders? Is that maybe I have to use the plasma for that one? I'm trying to get my microwave replaced for months, but they keep avoiding us. Oh my god, I couldn't live without my microwave. Luckily, I've never had, like, a major appliance failure. I usually just have, like, my ceiling caved in at my old place because of a leak upstairs. I was really pissed. And nobody really fixed it. We had one guy, like, we had this maintenance guy at my old place who, when I called him, and I was like, hey, like, there's some wetness on my ceiling. He went upstairs to my neighbors, and he threw, like, I forgot what he called it. He threw, like, some kind of tablet into their AC, which he said would, like, unclog it. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Apparently that made it 100 times worse. So my second maintenance guy came and checked, and he was like, that guy's a fucking idiot, and he had to, like, fix everything. How often do apartments actually return your security deposit? I got my security deposit from my old place because, like, all of the damage that happened to it from when I moved in to when I moved out, I documented really thoroughly. And I always, like, documented how it was their fault by, you know, either their maintenance guys not knowing what to do and breaking things, or my other neighbors doing weird shit and causing leaks and stuff like that. I always documented and reported stuff right away so they couldn't pin anything on me, because none of it was my fault. So I did get my security deposit back in my old place. I don't know if I'll get it at this place, because I did have my list of, like, here's all the stuff that the old maintenance guy obviously messed up, and none of it was ever, like, fixed or addressed. And now the new maintenance guy who was better is gone. So I don't know if they're gonna be like, oh, well, all of the weird burn marks on the ceiling above your kitchen light are clearly your fault or something. So I might get loopholed in this place, but I didn't document it as well because it's been a little bit more of a harrowing experience for me. Molten Lake lies within the tunnels of Magmore. Shatter the column at the lake's center to reveal the artifact of nature. So we have some Chozo ruins, we have Magmore. Room of research lies within the mines. Oh no, the mines. Corrupted invaders trapped there. Defeat this creature to claim the artifact of warrior. We just need 5 more. I'll do the Chozo ones first. Ask them to show you how it's their fault. I mean, I think they are really sensitive about Damien right now, because I called it in twice. And I was, like, really apologetic the second time, because I've never, like, called in something twice before. And I was like, I hate to bother you, but it's still happening. And then when I apologized, they were like, no, we've been getting complaints from other people. Like, please do not worry. And I was like, oh. It wasn't just me. Got it. So I think they are kind of... And it sounds like one of the people upstairs for me, not the ones directly above me, obviously, but some of the other upstairs folks actually moved. Like, because the noise was so bad, they were just like, we're not gonna re-up our lease. And so I think they're, like, really freaked out because of that situation, too. They're like, oh my god, we lost a tenant because of this. So they are, I think, feeling a little sensitive about it. Oh, this was where the plasma door was. Right. Straight through. But honestly, like, for as much as, like, Damien and his parents suck ass, my apartment management here and, like, not getting my shit fixed. But, like, nothing that I put on the list is, like, impeding my ability to live, you know? It's all like, hey, I just wanted to note that this thing doesn't work or whatever. It was more a note for them than, like, I need to fix this for my life kind of thing. Other than Damien, like, my apartment managers here have all been, like, really nice, and really cool and helpful generally. So, so I don't feel like they would try and, like, I mean, maybe I'm giving, like, corporate renting too much credit, but I don't feel like they would try and screw me. Because they've honestly been pretty chill. There's more than I can say for my last place, where a lot of people in the office were kind of dicks. There was one guy who was really nice, but I hated a lot of people there. Just because they were like not reasonable about stuff, and when I would say, like, hey, like, my ceiling caved in, they would kind of act like I was putting them out, and I was like, guys, I live here. Where is this? Yeah, I really haven't had any of that with my current place. Everyone's actually been, like, generally pretty nice, so I'm not expecting anything to go wrong. Oh. I love my little skeleton hand. There it is. I make that jump? Woo! $170, baby. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for my security deposit in this place. Oh. It's just more missiles! Let me look at in the logbook? Artifacts. Artifact acquired. Here we go. The Chozo ruins. Mines. Magmore. Chozo ruins. Andrana. Look, I'll go the ruins since it seems like that's where two are. So Sun Chamber and Hall of the Elders. Where does this go? Magmore. Those are ruins west. I will go there. Uh-oh. I missed. Yeah, it's exciting, but it's stressful. I should actually check to see if I've heard anything from Mama Moose, because they should have been done with their tour by now. But it was, I think after the doing the tours, they like to like go out for dinner and do stuff because they're out. So I also don't want to. I don't want to like be in her DMs. Like, how was it? How was it? How was it? How was it? I'll wait. I'll wait for her to tell me. I'll wait for her to tell me that she'll call me after whatever show of hers is on tonight. Somehow I'll have to wait until after Svengoolie again, even though it's not on Sundays. Yeah, she also really likes my realtor, which is nice. Sun. Oh, there's the Sun Chamber. Sun Chamber, and then Hall of Elders is over here, right? There. There it is. Let me head... Grab that down. I don't think I can. Trying to shortcut. That's not even not even where I want to go anyway. Okay. Let me head up and over. Yeah, she really likes my realtor. I think it's because they seem like they're around the same age and they have the exact same accent. I think they're both just like ladies of a similar age who are both natives to where we're from. So I was really worried because Mama Moose gets kind of in her own head when meeting new people sometimes, and she gets really nervous and anxious about it. So I was really nervous that she was gonna like anxiety psych herself out, but she hit me up pretty fast and was like, "Oh, she's so nice," and I was like, "Oh, thank God, she likes her." They have common ground. Oh, this is where the ghosts always are. I want to get up to the highest spot. Oh. Well, not be ghosts. Oh. They're like heard and understood. Oh shit. If it sucks, hit the bricks. Oh God, they have guns. Where am I going? Oh, wait, am I there? They have Kamehameha. There we go. Right, that's somewhere in the sun. Whoa, forgot about these guys. Can I burn them? Yeah! Oh, that obliterated it. Whoosh, sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. I hear secret sounds here too, though. Why is the grass so cold? Why not scan this one? Venomweed. Poisonous plant that retracts into the ground if threatened. Venomweeds evolve to thrive in the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly colored leaves, then detain it with tiny barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. Venom weeds rapidly decompose anything that succumbs in their midst. Ugh. Hold up. Back down there. Still. Oh. Come on. There we go. Let's see. Anything I can see? I heard the... thought I heard the whoop 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 secrets noise. It does look kind of destructible. Yeah, I tried X-ray. I didn't get anything. Nothing popping. Nope. Maybe I was imagining it? Wait, why is this? Can I not get through here? Oh my god. I have to go around the other way? Oh, that's so annoying though. Well, now that I've come all this way, maybe I'll just go to the Hall of the Elders and then head back. Wait, can I only approach? Where's this elevator? Magmore Caverns North. There's Talon Overworld. Guess I'll just head to the Hall of the Elders then. If I must. Oh, I just heard it again. Hello? I want to go down to the left. And then straight through for a ways. We want to get here. Yeah. Whee! Oh shit. Oh! Oh! I hear the noise. Am I crazy? Is the noise actually like secrets noise? Or is that something I made up? Not getting anything here. Just old. Oh. And Steam. Are we sure about the secrets noise? Hmm. Oh. Now we want to go up the mushroom hop. Oh my fucking god. Yeah! Straight to more. Ah, fuck. Please, no more ghosts. Rest in piss, please. Oh, they do the Kamehameha pose. I didn't even notice that the first couple of times. We good? Okay. So I think it's just the plasma boy up there. I think I've x-rayed this room yet. Whoa. say fire up the infinite ghosts experience. That does sound like me. Whee! Oh, there it is. Easy peasy. So I need to come around the sun dome from the other side. I think I tried to be nice by taking a shortcut like a bozo. Heading straight back through. Like it'll be. I just don't really want to. I don't want to mix business with pleasure. What? That would come up. The frigate thing. This guy. Would that be easier? Maybe not. Maybe. Nah, I'll do it. Less ghosts. My litmus test for anything I do. How many ghosts are there gonna be there? This thing? Oh no, that wasn't a targeting. Oh, forgot about this. My favorite. Ah! No. See, I can hear the noise here too, but is it real? Am I making shit up? Does it actually signify a secret? Hold on. Does it actually signify a secret, or did I make that up? I swear I've heard this sound here before. What sound is it you think is a secret? The one that sounds like... like... Why am I so bad at this? That sound is the soundtrack. I have to go to bed. I have to go to bed permanently. Forever. I want to get here. There? Yeah, here. What am I doing? the poisons. Ugh. Yeah, people keep telling me that this game is really pretty, but I actually never played the GameCube version, so I'm like, yeah, it is pretty, but I don't have anything to really compare it against. So I want to go watch like footage of the GameCube version to see like the comparable. Because I'm sure it looks like amazing. I'm just like... I just want to know how amazing it looks. Remasters how people remember the GameCube version. Like, I feel that way a lot when I play remasters of games. I'm like, yeah, this looks pretty good, but it looks pretty much the same, right? And then I look at a comparison and I'm like, wait, it looked like that? I'm trying to remember what other... I think Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive did that to me. Where I was like, yeah, this looks pretty good. But I was like, but I thought the Wii version looked pretty good too, and then I looked at the comparison screenshots and I was like, what am I smoking? These do not look even remotely similar. These do not even have like the same mom. Shadow of the Colossus, yeah, that was definitely one where I was like, yeah, like... I was like, I guess this looks like a pretty good remaster. Yeah, it's pretty. And then when I looked at the comparison shots, I was like, wait, what? Oh, no, I want to go this way. I feel like GameCube games, because when I played the Anniversary Collection Super Mario Sunshine port, I thought that looked really, like, I thought it looked really good, but I just thought that GameCube games in general looked really good. I think when I was, especially Nintendo first party, I just remember when I was a kid seeing Nintendo first party games on the GameCube and I was like, games will never look better than this. Because I think Nintendo did a really good job at kind of using colors especially, so I want to go here this time, right? Using colors to make stuff feel like very purposeful, like art style purposeful. Ooh. 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 Yeah, I mean, Xenoblade 1 Definitive looks super different. I just for some reason thought that they looked like more similar than they actually did. Like my brain retconned somehow. My brain somehow just went through and retconned the look of Xenoblade 1 to be closer to the Definitive Edition. Woo! But I feel like a lot of, like, especially, yeah, first-party Nintendo games. Like, I remember thinking Pikmin just looked like $1 million. Pikmin and Super Mario Sunshine. Because when I look at, like, Pikmin games now, like the new Pikmins. I'm like, yeah, this is what Pikmin has always looked like. And then I watch like Corne play Pikmin 1 and I'm like, oh, it looks older than I remember. I can double back here for the Magmar one after. Luigi's Mansion, yeah, that was another one because I never played the original Luigi's Mansion on GameCube until after I played Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch, because that was my first Luigi's Mansion, was the one on Switch, and I was like, yeah, like, I was like, this game looks great, but I can't imagine it looking like, what the hell? Oh, did I ever do that? Hold up. Excuse you. Did I ever, like, open this up? Because, yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3 looks banging on Switch, but I just remember thinking, yeah, like, I think I've seen pictures of the first Luigi's Mansion game, and I think it looked like this. And then when I went back and played Luigi's Mansion 1 right after 3, I was like, oh, I have to scan them. I was like, oh, it looks significantly more like a GameCube game. Just I guess my memories of GameCube games have really like smoothed them out, I guess. But I mean, they still look great. That's the thing. I would really like another Luigi's Mansion, actually. My first Luigi's Mansion was... 3. And I played it on stream for the first time. And that was my first ever Luigi's experience. But it was so fun. And I went back. I went back after, because I couldn't stream the 3DS one because I don't have a way to stream 3DS games. I went back after I beat 1 on stream. And I actually... I went back and I beat the 3DS Dark Moon on my own. And it was really fun. And I got most of the gems in the booze. Whoa. Oh dear. I got most of the gems in the booze, but I haven't gotten quite all of them yet, but I'm kind of going through that thing where I'm like, well, if I get them all, then I'm just gonna have no more Luigi's Mansion to do. Because I already 100%ed the first and the third. Which then loops me all the way back around to where... Nope. Loops me all the way back around to where's Luigi's Mansion 4? Where is it, Nintendo? I am no longer asking. We're kind of coming up on, even though E3 is cancelled, rip and piss, even though... Ooh. Even though E3 is cancelled, we're kind of coming up on like the season of game announcements, because I feel like everyone's still gonna do their own thing anyway. even if even if there's no E3. So did it say that? Because, I mean, Jeff Keighley's been doing this, what was it, the Summer of Games or whatever? He's been doing that during E3 for a long time, so I feel like he's still gonna do it this year. And there's always a lot of announcements there. And I feel like a lot of, even if companies, yeesh! Even if companies... bleh, were planning on doing E3 stuff, I feel like a lot of companies just do their own things now anyway. So I feel like we're gonna get, like, Nintendo Direct type stuff and more like digital type conferences. I'm guessing it's gonna be around the same time as E3. Artifact of the Wild, the 4th of 12. 3 more? One is the research place in the mines. One, the lake in Magmore. And this one's in the ice place. Maybe Luigi's real mansions for the friends we made along the way. So yeah, I feel like we'll still get some stuff, and I have my wish list as usual. The list of things that I won't get any of. But that I'll continue annoyingly repeating that I want them year after year. Like Gears 6. Gears 6. Red Wolf. Prey 2. Mass Effect 4. Xenosaga HD. Lava Lake. Oh, it's right here. We have Mass Effect 4 Maple. No, we have Mass Effect Andromeda, which was good, even though nobody wants to believe it was good. It's fine. I love mid games, and that game was certifiably mid, and that's fine. Xenosaga DS HD. I would like that to get a localization finally. That would be cool. Is anything? Not. Cause I liked Andromeda. Like, it had rough patches, and it had some systems that were not, like, well thought through or well implemented. But it felt like the result of rushing more than, like, it felt like they were being rushed more than that, you know, the ideas weren't good. But by the end of it, like, Andromeda had kind of a rough start, too, because the game is really, like, predicated on you having a lot of access to a lot of different things, because I feel like the game gets really good once you can like explore lots of places and develop cool stuff. Is this? No, one more. But like that's the thing is I played Dragon Age Inquisition. I played that like what year did that come out? 2014? I played Inquisition like 6 years after it came out. And it had like a lot of the same problems that Andromeda did. I think the story connected together a little bit better, so maybe that's why people weren't like as mad, but I get hella bugs in Inquisition. And Inquisition is one of my favorite games, but I get crazy bugs, and there's certain systems that don't feel like they were like super well thought out. Yeah, the gameplay is fun. It's like, again, it's different than Mass Effect because it's a lot more like exploration based. But that was cool, and I love the party members. You get your Krogan dad who sends you low-res JPEGs of his favorite guns, try and cheer you up. Like, the party members are great. I actually romanced a non-party member. I romanced the guy from the kind of the like crime world, who was like who is secretly doing crime stuff behind your back. And I was like, oh no, have I romanced like the bad end person? But then he turns it around because he's like, when you're like, why did you keep this from me? He's like, I loved the way you looked at me and I didn't want it to change. And I was like, so I really liked Andromeda, and it had a lot of bugs, it had a lot of issues. All of that is true. But by the end, it was setting up a really interesting story. Like, the lore and the mystery behind the story were really cool. And so I was really excited to like, oh my god, like we're really getting into the cool shit now. We're really getting into some really like crazy stuff. And then they were like, JK, we're canceling everything, and we'll, I guess, put what happened to the Quarian ship in a book. And like, I'm in the middle of the books right now. I just finished the first book, which was pretty good. And I'm in the second book now. I've heard that the third book is a certified banger, so I'm excited about that. But like, the mystery that they wrote was really cool. And like, it's like a murder mystery that's also somehow like kind of like a cosmic horror, like what's the word for it? Like cosmic horror, like this is bigger than us type of mystery. Kind of like it doubled as both. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so cool. I have so many theories. And then they were like, never mind. So yeah, so I like Andromeda, but they teased Mass Effect 4 at the Game Awards years ago, and it's been radio silent since then. So I'm slightly salty. Not as salty as I am about wanting Dreadwolf yesterday, but close. Their solution to how to make another Mass Effect game after the mess that was Mass Effect 3's ending was set so far away and so long in the future. See, that's what's cool, is it's true. It's like really far in the future. It's really far in the future and it's really far away, But like the cool thing, the thing that's really cool, the secret, is that it actually winds up tying into a mystery about like how did I don't want to like spoil Andromeda or anything, but there's kind of a mystery about how long ago and the distance. It's like somebody knew something that was going on, but it's something that they couldn't have known, you know? Given the time and the distance. And so there's a big mystery about that, and it's really cool! And now we're never gonna frickin' know! I'm really mad about it. How many times did you say like in that sentence? I don't know. I mean, I've seen the leaks of the Dragon Age. I've seen the leaks of the Dragon Age Dreadwolf gameplay, and it does look pretty actiony, but that doesn't really bother me as long as they keep some of the core features of Dragon Age, like the character, like the skill trees and character building stuff and the relationship building. If I don't mind it being more actiony, that doesn't actually bother me too much. I didn't even read that. Out of the column. There. Yeah, I really like Dragon Age 2 as well. Like, if I was pressed, I would say it was my least favorite Dragon Age. But the only reason I would say that is because not because of the Kirkwall stuff or anything like that. It's just because of your like power of control over Hawk and like Hawk's customizability and backstory. Because one thing I really enjoy about Dragon Age 1 and Inquisition is you really get to pick your race, and you get to pick your race, and you get to pick a lot of the background of your character and like who your character is and what their motivations are and where they come from. So you can really kind of build your ideal hero for the scenario. And with Hawk, because Hawk has like an established family and background and origin story, you can't really do that. So I feel like there's kind of more of a disconnect with Hawk, just because that goes to the drifts actually. Just because like you don't have that level of control. See, I always pick elf. I'm always an elf whenever I have the power to choose. So being forced to be a human, I was like, really? And I like Hawk, like don't get me wrong. Like I said, I actually really like Dragon Age 2 a lot. I think that's, when I say it's my least favorite Dragon Age, it's still like a top 20 game for me, you know? Like it's still a certified banger. I've still played it like, oh god. You just walked through my bomb, you little goblin. It's still a certified banger. I still love it. I've still played it a million times. Like I love Dragon Age 2. But it's my least favorite child of a bunch of children that I do love. And I think the only reason is just that, you know, Hawk doesn't feel like yours so much as it feels Hawk feels like he or she belongs to the writers more than they belong to you, because you kind of have to follow like a little bit of a prescription, which is fine. Like I think there's totally space for that. It's just I think what's so cool about Dragon Age and the other ones is it feels so much like my story that I have picked. And did you get the missiles in this room? You mean the last room? I think I did, because remember I x-rayed and I think I saw it floating in one of the thingy-mabobs. I should be x-raying more stuff though. Yeah, I just like being an elf, but that's just kind of that's my preference. I just like being a forest creatura. I'm never a city elf. I always pick Dalish when I can. Stairs in Solus. But yeah, I feel Dragon Age 2 is like definitely the runt, but I stand behind it, but I also understand why people feel the way that they do. But I'm really hoping that Dreadwolf like feels scared me. I really hope Dreadwolf feels kind of the same sense of mystery and building my own character's story that I get from 1 and 3. I really would just like a release date. so I can stop lying awake every night in a cold sweat thinking about the time that everyone in chat gaslit me into thinking it was canceled. And I had somehow missed the announcement. Yeah, Origins is interesting because you get essentially a different like mini game for each of the intros, because if you're a mage you get a very distinct intro compared to everything else, but then for each race the intro is super different, because as a human noble you get actually really cool backstory for a family that actually comes up later in other Dragon Age lore, but is never super detailed. So you just happen to kind of fit into this already existing family. And if you start as a Dalish elf, you get lore on like a magical artifact that becomes really important in the world. It's kind of cool. If you play all of them, you get a lot of kind of different perspectives. And I think most of the intros are only like an hour and a half in length if you talk to like all the NPCs and everything. But you get a lot of perspective from them, which is really cool. I've never played as a Kunari in Inquisition because every time I almost do it, I freak the fuck out because I remember that I can't romance Cullen, and I don't want to do it if I can't romance Cullen. What was my favorite region? Not the mines. I think I like the Chozo Ruins, honestly, just because it feels like very mysterious and old, which is cool. All cave at the edge. Like the unseen entrance at its top. Or Temple. Canyon. Oreo. Control Tower. Observatory. Gravity. Cross. Just it's all the way on the other side. Oh no. Where does this come from? Magmore Caverns. Oh. I go through here, the quarantine cave? Maybe I can skip this nonsense over here. Let's... Woo! Straight through the next 2 rooms and then a left in the 3rd. Alright, I need to get up top. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know how I always forget how to do this every single time I walk in here. I'm like a fresh babe who has never seen the world. There we go. Maybe. Oh. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I remember. These things are still really suspicious to me. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Would you like to know their secret? Is it that there is no secret? Is it that I'm making shit up? Because they happen to look suspicious? Common occurrence for me. Oh. Oh, this is the get the water up room. Still going the right way? Yep. Oh shit. they explode so fast before? Maybe I just wasn't fighting them right. Maybe I was the baddie. Anything in here? These ice walls? Ice and plasma do big damage? Oh, okay. Goodest thing. I always think of plasma as this, even though I know it's electricity. The boss in here respawn? Oh no, this was the golem guy. Get in there. Through that door up. Did you try the flamethrower? I haven't yet. I assume it's gonna be just as missile intensive as the taser, which eats through my missiles like they are going out of style. Oops. It does, but it does good damage. Okay. Oh, I'll keep that in mind. Don't want to go through there. Want to. Oopsie daisy. Where am I? Through either of those doors looks okay. Oh, but it did say... Oh, so it's probably this, right? The secret entrance up top. Maybe I should try and go in high then. Have you played any of Cyber Sleuth after that absurd grind fest you were pulling that one time? I got to chapter... Oops. I got to chapter 4? I remember this guy. Oh, I never went in this door over here either. Yeah, I got to chapter 4 in Cyber Sleuth, I want to say. And I was having a good time, it's just that I got distracted. As usual. What am I hearing? I probably should have waited until he was closer, right? Actually, it's fine. I never went in here. Oh, it's a save room. But there's lore. All Metroids destined for phase-on ranges in the mines must pass inspection. Temperature afflicted or affiliated behavioral index for Metroids is available at all research terminals. Access code LIF22. Yeah, no, Cyberscythe is really fun. The other thing is that I really like doing all of the side quests. So I was not super expedient in getting through the story, because I would progress the story and then a bunch more of the like, oh, check out these cases would pop up, and I was like, of course I'm gonna check out every single case. So it was slow going anyway, but it was still fun. I did grind a lot though. I do have like an insane amount of Digimon. I have 3 platinum Numemons that I'm not quite sure what to do with yet. But I have them. Let's Ray. Oh, there's some platform. Oh, those were there. Those are not a secret. Beetle, thank you for the raid! The blood bank arrived. Yeah, I have 3 platinum Numemons. Yeah, welcome raiders. I'm Maple, I'm a moose, I'm doing low energy Metroid Prime secrets hunting today. I'm a moose who likes video games, even though I'm often not great at them. Is that where I was supposed to go? Oh, there's a guy. Oh god. Yeah, I have 3 platinum Numemons because I wanted 3 platinum Numemons. I don't see the problem with this. It makes perfect sense to me. That was Leon S. Kennedy Simulator. Yeah, is it the new? I'm assuming it's the new Resident Evil 4 you played. Not the orig. I haven't played the remake yet. I've only played the original, the OG. Is that at the top? This dude? Oh. Oh, what happened? Please. Yeah, I know, game. What do you think I'm trying to get right now? Good grief. Spin this way. The hell? Oh, is it the power bomb expansion? Yeah. Nice. Well, that's cool, I guess. 3 platinum Numemon is the correct way to grind if you want to do it fast as hell. Question is, do you have the memory to match? I absolutely don't. That's the funniest part. That's the funniest part about my entire Digimon lineup, is if I want to bring, like, any of my good Digimon, I can bring, like, 1 great Digimon and then 1 piece of shit. Because I was so early in the game, I have no memory. Phazon Vein Omicron has the highest yield per cubic meter of all excavation sites. Impact core is estimated to be 800 meters from termination point of Phazon Vein Omicron. Yeah, I have like who's the Mega Forgatamon Nefertimon? Is that who it is? Or am I thinking of some no, Magdra no. Magna something. The long pink lion thing with the wings. I think Nefertimon, I'm thinking of her Digi-Egg. Digivolution. The dragon. The dragon with the wing. The long pink cat. Magna... Dramon? I have one of those, and I like to carry it around with me, but when I do, it's the only thing I can carry, which is the funniest part. Magnadramon, yeah. That's the funniest part of Cyber Sleuth, is I'm just rolling around with a single Mega Digimon stancing up on children who try and fight me. Because I can't hold anything else. Drones reporting for mine duty must check in at control tower for debriefing. Alright, so it must be off the edge. I'm very nervous. Jump. Without having to get this guy up here involved. This? No. Oh. Hold on. Aha! There she blows. Kozo artifact acquired. Artifact of Spirit, the 11th of 12. Alright, one more. It's in the mines. All personnel must inspect their life support systems for reporting to the mines. Final transmissions from the Orphean point to a massive security breach. That's me, I'm the security breach. Orphean crash site is an orange level security zone. Drill rig operators are to report any symptoms of phase zone madness immediately. What's the best way into the mines from here? Let's go. Agmore. Agmore. That's Magmore South. Drift south. Let me... Let's head for the closest elevator and I'll see where it puts me. And if it's wrong, then I'll make the rest of the hike. Just gotta go straight back through, I think. Where is it? It said research in the mines, I think. swing by this save point first. Actually, I'm assuming that the crater is kind of the end of the game, right? That's like, it's gonna be, I'm assuming it's gonna be kind of a boss situation. Yes? Okay. Maybe I'll actually hold off and I'll get the last artifact next time and then go to the crater so that I have more than just the boss pit to do for the last thing, so I don't think I'm gonna do the actual boss today. If that's okay. Just because I'm, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of funny. Barry's playing Fallout. I should get back to New Vegas. I got freaked out when I got DMCA'd, but now that I'm the DMCA god, I should simply not care anymore. I should accept my crown and run towards it. Run towards it with my entire self. I turned off the in-game radio, but I still somehow got hit with certain songs coming up, even if I had the radio turned off. It was still not like completely off somehow. So I still got hit with the DMCA even after I did that, but like I said, Donkey Konga has made me into a new person, so so it doesn't matter anymore. We can just go for it. But thank you guys for coming to Metroid Prime. I'll finish it sometime this week, hopefully. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when that'll be. But yeah, thank you guys for coming, and have a good rest of your night or morning or afternoon or whatever it is, wherever you are at Alcesia.